Namaste and welcome, beloved.
Namaste y bienvenidos, amados.
Oh, I think you need to be a little louder, Maria.
Ok.
Okay, can you try again and we see?
Yes. Hola.
Okay, and do you have some kind of music or something playing in the background? Because it's coming through. Oh, that might be us. Hold on. Yes. Uh-huh. Little surprise coming up later, and it started early.
Parece que teníamos una sorpresa y nos comenzó muy temprano.
Okay, let's see if I can turn that up a bit. There you go. We'll try and see that. Just text Maria if you can't hear her, so if you speak Spanish.
Por favor, chequen si están escuchando bien a María, los que hablan español.
Okay, the goal of specialness, what is that?
El objetivo del especialismo, ¿qué es eso?
Well, that's this.
¿Es esto?
It's only one thing, it's death.
Es solo una cosa, muerte.
Okay, we're done. That was the finish. We've
Sí,
covered.
hemos terminado. Ya cubrimos todo.
Okay, it's I want hell for myself is what that is. Specialness.
Eso es el especialismo. Yo quiero el infierno para mí mismo.
I like the work, everything's permeated by infinite light, and I don't want any of that because I want to be a little me.
Porque todo está permeado por esta luz y yo no quiero eso, sino este pequeño yo.
Okay, a little teeny tiny me in a big world.
Un pequeño yo en un mundo gigante.
Oh my gosh. So deep in the dream. Specialness will keep you so bound into hell.
Muy profundo en el sueño. El especialismo nos tiene atados.
But because of the belief of heaven and hell upside down,
Por la creencia de que el cielo y el infierno están invertidos.
there's a part of the mind that thinks specialness is heaven. Here's my little heaven.
Y creemos que el especialismo es mi pequeño cielo. Mira aquí mi pequeño cielo.
So the goal of specialness is to try to find heaven in hell.
Entonces el objetivo del especialismo es tratar de encontrar el cielo en el infierno.
I'm so grateful for all of you who send questions. It's so beautiful. It's always for me.
Es muy hermoso que ustedes estén enviando preguntas. Todo esto es para mí.
Because every time you refer back to Jesus to ask a question, you're dumping the specialness idea and going right to heaven.
Porque cada vez que ustedes van hacia Jesús para pedir una respuesta, están dejando de lado el especialismo.
We were just talking today about how it seems like all of a sudden you're on a bus somewhere and you're going somewhere and you don't. What happened? Like, how did you end up there?
Y parece que vamos en un bus, que vamos hacia algún lado y que estamos en el bus y no sabemos para dónde vamos.
Like I have no control. I have no control at all. You know, there's just this big chaos thing, and I'm just on the bus. I don't know what happened.
Y hay este caos y vamos en este bus donde no tenemos ningún control. No sé qué está pasando.
And the whole thing's designed so that we forget we're the ones that bought the ticket at the counter and got on the bus of hell and pretended it was heaven.
Y no nos damos cuenta que nosotros fuimos los que fuimos y compramos el tiquete, nos subimos al bus que nos lleva al infierno y que nos lleva
So
a nosotros.
Ask Jesus, Jesus, do I believe that specialness, being special, is heaven? Do I think that's a form of heaven? Yes or no?
Preguntémosle a Jesús, Jesús, yo creo que el especialismo es una clase de cielo, de sí o no.
See, if specialness wasn't some form of heaven, you'd never invest in, you'd never buy that ticket.
Si este bus te lleva al infierno, tú nunca comprarías el tiquete.
You'd connect with Jesus and buy the ticket to heaven every day.
Entonces tú conectas con Jesús y compras este tiquete hacia el cielo cada día.
Because that's taking, if you remember from the Matrix, do you want the blue pill or the red pill?
Porque eso es como en la Matrix. Tú tomas la píldora azul o la píldora roja.
And what you, if you notice there, Neo had to reach his little hand out and pick the red pill. Choose it.
Y vemos como Neo tuvo que escoger, elegir la píldora roja.
Because he didn't see that he was the one that was choosing the blue pills.
Porque él no se daba cuenta que él era el que estaba eligiendo las píldoras azules.
And we can act like somebody's feeding us blue pills. Oh, this world's happening to me and I'm eating all these blue pills.
Y parece que el mundo me está llenando de píldoras azules, como que me las están dando.
But every single time we don't choose the red pill, which is following,
Pero cada vez que no elegimos la píldora roja, que es seguir,
we're choosing the matrix.
estamos eligiendo la Matrix.
So yeah, let's see if this will come up. We have this little video here.
Vamos a ver.
Okay, where you have all these people. Let's see if I can get it pulled up.
Donde vemos que está toda esta gente.
And in the world, and we're going to try and choose one of those that's going to give us everything.
Y vamos, entonces en este mundo vamos a escoger uno que nos va a dar todo lo que queremos.
Okay, and so it could be, you know, I want the one that's orange.
Y yo quiero el que es amarillo.
And I want the one that's, no, I think it's the one that's blue. That's the one that's going to make me happy.
Y creo que este azul es el que me va a hacer feliz.
So we forget that we generated the world with all these little figures and forms and go, okay, that one, this one, yellow one, I'm going to try out the blue one, but I'll get rid of that blue one if he doesn't make me happy.
Y nos olvidamos que hemos fabricado todo esto y creemos que escogemos el azul que me va a hacer feliz.
If he doesn't make me, he doesn't make me feel special.
Porque si él no me hace sentir especial,
Or she.
o ella,
So I'm going to move to a green one or a blue one if the yellow one doesn't work.
entonces me voy a ir hacia el azul o el verde si el amarillo no me funciona.
So we just swap the players on the board, the little board game.
Y luego lo que estamos simplemente girando estos jugadores en este juego.
But we don't see that it's a drug. We're taking all those little people are our little drug of choice.
Pero no nos damos cuenta que esto es una droga, es la droga de la elección.
And that it's possible out of 9 billion people to finally find the one or the two that's going to get us to heaven.
Y en este millón de personas, podemos encontrar el uno o el dos que me van a hacer feliz.
We can hit the jackpot by if we find the right pill, the right one out there that makes us feel special.
Entonces vamos a como pegarle, ganarnos la lotería si encontramos el que me va a hacer especial.
Okay? So we hit the jackpot because, but The jackpot only lasts for a little while, and then that one's not good, so we'll get a new one.
Entonces, lotería no la ganamos por un tiempo y decimos, no, ahora tengo que ir por uno nuevo.
Woohoo! We win. It's all about winning.
Sí, hemos ganado. Todo se trata de ganar.
And if it's not this one or that one, it's this group. It's going to be, this will be the peers that are going to be the ones that are going to help me see how happy, how perfect I am.
Y si no es este o el otro, entonces va a ser este grupo de personas que me van a ayudar a ver qué soy.
Okay, this
¿Qué
is the one.
Este es
No,
el
that
elegido.
one. No,
No
this
es,
one.
no ese otro, no ese otro.
These are going to be the ones.
Estos van a ser los que son.
And then out of all those, I'm going to find out my special partner in this world. There he is. He's going to be here.
Y entonces vamos a encontrar mi ser especial en el mundo.
If I get the right romantic relationship, the one that makes me feel the best, oh, so good all the time, there we go. We'll be dancing.
Y si encuentro a este que me va a hacer feliz todo el tiempo, vamos a estar bailando.
We have to see that constant searching is death.
Tenemos que darnos cuenta que esta constante búsqueda es la muerte.
That is trying to get specialness.
Eso es tratar de buscar el especialismo.
It's just running, there's the world filled with people, hunting, switching, different people that are going to make us feel better.
Eso es tratar de buscar y encontrar las personas que me van a hacer feliz.
Trying to find the pill.
Tratar de encontrar la píldora.
I know it's this one.
Yo sé que es esta.
Okay, maybe that one.
O quizá la otra.
No, now we're going to eat a little special meal of the special pills, and we'll eat those, and that'll make us feel better.
Entonces vamos a comer estas píldoras especiales y eso me va a hacer sentir mejor.
Our little happy meal.
Nuestra comida feliz.
Who's ever had that meal of specialness last, sustainably last?
¿Quién puede mantener esta comida siempre?
I could see it. I was choosing my friends who like to do the things I like to do.
Yo lo sé porque yo buscaba a mis amigos que les gustara hacer lo que a mí me gustaba.
That's who I'm going to hang out with.
Con ellos yo salía.
And the rest of those, whatever they were, idiots or whatever, I'm not spending my time around them.
Y con esos otros que eran unos idiotas pensaba que no iba a perder mi tiempo con ellos.
I'm just going to eat my happy meal.
Así que solo voy a comer mi comida feliz.
And then you're a robot of the ego. There you go. Sleepy.
Entonces, vas a ser un robot del sueño.
And thinking it's happiness.
Y pensando que es felicidad.
It won't work. There's the Grim Reaper there waiting for everybody.
Y eso no va a funcionar.
Just waiting. Okay. It's the Matrix.
Es la Matrix.
Every one of those little green dots is a different person that we're trying to find happiness through someone else.
Todos estos pequeños cuadros en verde son las personas que estamos tratando de encontrar la felicidad a través de ellos.
And you can see how many little green dots in there. How are we going to pick which ones are most helpful for healing the mind?
Y con todos estos personajes, ¿cómo vamos a escoger cuáles son los más útiles para la sanación de la mente?
Every little green dot this is what's going to make me happy if I can get all these together.
Estos pequeños partes de verdes voy a ser feliz si logro ponerlos juntos.
Just this week we were talking about how how much we really like picking and choosing the rules that we have about what will make us happy, the subconscious rules, what will make us feel loved.
Y entonces nos gusta buscar estas reglas en la subconsciencia de cuál de estas me daría el amor.
So, like in relationships, you can sit down with a partner. I wanted to do this, sit down with a partner and list out all the things he could do to make me feel loved.
Y puedes sentarte con tu pareja y preguntarles, mira, toda esta es la lista que me hace feliz.
And then I would do for him what was on his list.
Y yo haré todas las cosas de las que él tiene en su lista.
And then you feel more love.
Y
No.
así entonces vas a sentirte más amada.
No, you just invested in the bank of specialness right there.
Tú, en verdad, ahí estás invirtiendo en el banco del especialismo.
There it is. That's all specialness. That's the matrix.
Miren ahí, todo está es el especialismo. Esa es la matrix.
So it's helpful to look at all the rules you have. Whoa.
Es útil mirar todas las reglas que tienes.
Let's see if I can shut this off. So here there are all these pills.
Aquí están todas estas
The
píldoras.
blue pills. Jesus is trying to say, look, all those pills look different, but they're really all the same.
Jesús nos está tratando de mostrar que todas estas píldoras parecen diferentes, pero que son lo mismo.
Every choice you're making is trying to make you feel special.
Todas las elecciones que estás tratando de hacer es para hacerte sentir especial.
So they're not really different pills. They look different, but they're all the blue pills. I'm sorry. It's just gonna be
Estas píldoras parecen diferentes, pero todas son las mismas.
So all the people in the world are the same as penguins. It's all the same, really.
Toda la gente en el mundo es como lo mismo que los pingüinos.
They're all the same as the blue pills.
Todos son igual que las píldoras azules.
And then we like playing little games with them.
Y luego queremos jugar un juego con ellas.
And if they don't do what we want, we just blow them up and get rid of them.
Y si no hacen lo que queremos, entonces nos los queremos deshacer.
Just obliterate them.
Queremos volverlos polvos.
So it all becomes like a game of chess. It's a game. Okay, that guy goes.
Eso es como un juego de ajedrez.
Okay, I'm gonna win this one. Let me take him on. Okay, he's gone. She's gone.
Entonces, bueno, déjame ganar esta. Mira, ella se fue.
And there I am. I have won now. I'm special.
Y ahora decimos, mira, yo tengo una y soy especial.
So we can laugh about this, but if you look very carefully at your rules inside your mind for what you need to feel love, it has all these things in it.
Esto parece muy gracioso, pero si miras las reglas que hay para ser feliz, esos son los que hay.
So the ego is a cry for love without ever hearing that love's already here.
El ego es un grito por el amor sin darse cuenta que el amor ya está aquí.
Okay, we want to be people to, if people, that one of my rules was if people smile at me, I'll feel happy.
Y una de mis reglas era, si la gente me sonríe, yo voy a ser feliz.
Anybody ever walk through an airport? There's nobody in there smiling, very few. You're going to be really unhappy if you have that subconscious rule.
Y si tú vas en un aeropuerto, son muy pocas las personas que están sonriendo. Entonces, si tú tienes esta regla en tu mente subconsciente, vas a ser muy infeliz.
Here's how somebody supports me.
Mira aquí como alguien me apoya.
They're gonna, they're gonna cheer me on.
Ellos van a hacerme hurras.
We have to see all the ways this is specialness.
Tenemos que darnos cuenta que todo esto es una forma de especialismo.
And how the ego goes, wow, if you take that away from me, I'm, I'm sacrificing if I don't get this.
Y como el ego cree que si no tenemos esto es un sacrificio.
Okay, if I don't make it to the top of the pile like Nefertiti,
Y si yo no estoy como en el nivel alto, como la nefertitis,
I have failed. I
he
have failed in
fracasado,
life.
he fracasado en la vida.
It's all a little play.
Todo es un pequeño juego.
So, what's the alternative? Would we be willing to consider? We could be wrong about this as a way to get love.
Y estamos dispuestos a considerar que estamos equivocados que en la forma de buscar el amor.
All the little pills,
Todas las pequeñas píldoras,
all the matrix.
toda la matrix.
I'm realizing you have to get really sick of it to want out.
Yo me he dado cuenta que tienes que llegar a estar muy harto de esto para salir de ahí.
Okay. So now we have the exit sign. Are we
Entonces
willing to go?
tenemos la señal de salida. ¿Estamos dispuestos a salir?
Are we willing to see in the mind where we're choosing specialness, somebody else, horizontal love, someone gives me something so I can feel love?
Tenemos que ver dónde estamos buscando horizontalmente que alguien me dé amor para sentirme amado.
I will feel love when you make me special.
Yo sentiré amor cuando tú me hagas sentir especial.
So your job is to make me special.
Tu trabajo es hacerme sentir especial.
The greatest gift you can ever have
El mejor regalo que puedes tener
is to have a mighty companion who never treats you special.
es tener un compañero poderoso que nunca te trata de manera especial.
Boy, that will guarantee to make the ego just so ripping angry.
Y eso va a hacer que el ego esté realmente muy enojado.
But what a fast track to healing if you accept miracles on that, because they'll bring up everything in you that demands specialness.
Porque qué manera rápida de sanar si te trae todos los deseos tuyos de especialismo.
But the question is, are you willing to stand into that
Pero la pregunta es, ¿estás dispuesto a mantenerte en ello
and say no?
y decir no?
Are you willing to choose the blue pill and go all the way?
¿Estás dispuesto a elegir la píldora azul roja e ir todo el camino?
And you have to be willing to see what mighty companions are for.
Y tienes que darte cuenta para qué son los compañeros poderosos.
They are to show you every place in your mind where you're trying to be special.
Para mostrarte en las partes en tu mente donde tú quieres ser especial.
Which denies the love of the Father. You're love already. You don't need to be special to get love. You are love itself.
Para negar el amor del Padre, cuando ya eres el amor en sí mismo.
But if you get one little ooch close to violating someone's rule about what makes them special, expect rage.
Pero si tienes una pequeña molestia donde hay alguien que te molesta, le molesta el especialismo.
Rage and anger and upset comes because you don't feel that someone's meeting your rules for love, for what love is supposed to look like.
Entonces, cuando hay molestia, incomodidad, es porque alguien no está cumpliendo las reglas que tú tienes para el especialismo.
So every time you're mad, you just ate the red pill. I
Cada
mean, the
vez que
blue
tú
pill.
estás,
You've just ate the blue pill.
cada vez que tú estás enojado, eliges la píldora azul.
It's the sleepy sleep pill.
Es la píldora del dormir,
The sleep of specialness.
del especialismo, de dormir en el especialismo.
But when you decide that you're going to step in guidance, that's taking the red pill and say, I want to see what's true.
Pero cuando tú te mantienes en la guía, es tomar la píldora roja y decir, bueno, voy a ver qué
Okay.
es la verdad.
But you can't judge it. That's why Jesus says when he gives you guidance, you have to stay with the guidance and don't take a blue pill and judge it.
Pero no tienes que juzgarla, tienes que tomar la píldora sin juzgarla.
Look at what he shows you and get your miracle.
Mirar lo que él te muestre y obtener tu milagro.
Follow the one who knows.
Seguir al que sabe.
Okay? Oh, no, Jesus, I'm not going to do that. Those blue pills look too tasty.
Y decimos, no, no voy a hacer eso. Estas píldoras azules saben demasiado rico.
Too tasty.
Demasiado rico.
And you can see it.
Y tú lo puedes
You
ver.
can see it if you watch at Matrix 4. Neo, he wakes up in Matrix 3 supposedly.
Y lo podemos ver en la Matrix 4. Neo supuestamente había despertado en la Matrix 3.
In Matrix 4, he's got a sink full of blue pills.
Y luego en la Matrix 4 tiene una cantidad de píldoras azules.
Who is choosing to eat the blue pill?
¿Quién está eligiendo tomarse las píldoras azules?
It's the blue pill of specialness.
Es la píldora azul del especialismo.
Oh, those look good, don't they?
No, se ven muy lindas estas.
So, to break that habit of specialness,
Para romper este hábito del especialismo,
Jesus is going to give you a team.
Jesús te va a dar un equipo.
The question is, and you are not going to feel special with that team.
El tema es que con este grupo tú no te vas a sentir especial.
Because that team's function is to show you everywhere you're trying to get love horizontally. Everywhere you expect someone to do something to prove to you that they love you.
Porque ellos van a mostrarte dónde estás tratando de buscar el amor horizontal para sí, buscar que te amen.
So this is why the ego does not want to look inward. It wants to keep that specialness.
Y eso es lo que el ego no quiere, porque él quiere mantener el especialismo.
It does not want to accept the mighty companion Jesus gives because it wants specialness.
Él no va a querer aceptar los compañeros poderosos que Jesús te da porque él quiere el especialismo.
It thinks happiness is coming from specialness.
Él cree que la felicidad viene del especialismo.
So at first it can feel like quite a climb.
En un principio pues, vas a sentir que estás como subiendo en una montaña.
Because the habit of specialness is so strong in the mind.
Porque el hábito del especialismo es muy fuerte en la mente.
But the way out is to focus on the assignment and on the miracle. Only accept miracles.
El tema está enfocarse en la asignación y en los milagros, obtener milagros.
It's Twitch miracle.
Es cada milagro, cada molestia un milagro.
Okay, that's your function.
Esa es tu función.
Okay, and to develop trust, and then you'll see your brother's the way out.
Y construir la confianza en él y ver que tu hermano es la vía de salida.
But you will want to throw him off the cliff a couple of times.
Pero tú vas a querer lanzarlos por el acantilado.
Because you have to see how much rage there is when someone does not treat you special.
porque vas a ver la rabia que surge cuando alguien no te trata de manera especial.
So you can forgive it.
Así que tú puedes perdonarlo.
But then you'll be grateful for the hand you're offered.
Pero luego vas a estar agradecida por la mano que te han ofrecido.
And then you get to walk together to the light. The ones he assigned you are going to take you to the light if you don't kill them off.
Pero luego tú vas a caminar con tus compañeros si no los has matado.
But you have to be willing to look at how much you prefer specialness over heaven.
Pero tú tienes que darte cuenta cuánto prefieres el especialismo sobre el cielo.
The special, the relationship, the romantic relationship,
Las relaciones románticas, las relaciones especiales,
the children relationships,
las relaciones de niños,
okay? Those certain family relationships,
¿what?
the family relationships.
Las relaciones familiares.
And you have to be able to look at all of it, or you will not, there'll be too much traction holding you in hell. You won't experience the kingdom within.
Y vas a tener que mirarlas todas, si no, no vas a poder experimentar el reino de los cielos.
So it's not like all these beings disappear. You do have to ask Jesus whether or not you're in function with this being. Every being, you have to ask him that. Am I in function with this being?
Y tienes que preguntarle por cada ser a Jesús si estás en función de estar con ellos.
Meaning, is this the one that's most helpful for healing my mind?
Que significa lo mismo de esto es lo más útil para la sanación de la mente.
And then even if, again, you'd like to jettison them somewhere, you keep them as long as he says, no, there's more to see.
Y los vas a tener que mantener si él te dice aunque aún hay algo por ver.
This is accepting full power for your mind.
Eso es la aceptación de todo el poder de tu mente.
And accepting the power that you have, that a divine being, you don't need, you're everything. You don't need to be special.
Y ver el poder del ser divino, porque tú no necesitas ser especial.
You're the Holy Son of God.
Tú eres el Santo Hijo de Dios.
But then you can celebrate no matter who you're with. You're celebrating light.
Y luego no importa con quién estés, simplemente estás celebrando la vida.
All your brothers shine. They're bringing gifts to you.
Cada hermano que llega a ti es la luz que te trae un regalo.
This is the power of mighty companions.
Ese es el poder de los compañeros poderosos.
This is the power
Ese es el poder
that we all have.
que todos tenemos.
But the ego is going to delay, it's going to distract.
Pero el ego va a retrasar, va a distraer.
It takes so much vigilance. It takes a lot of vigilance for this.
Requiere mucha vigilancia para esto.
The ego is going to come up with, okay, here's why I can't follow, because I'm traveling.
Mira, el ego va a decir, no, mira aquí no puedo seguirte porque yo estoy viajando.
Are we willing to ask, was the travel guided at all?
¿Estamos dispuestos a preguntar si el viaje estuvo en guía?
Oh, here's why I can't do this.
Aquí está, ¿por qué no puedo hacer esto?
There isn't another way than Jesus's way, the one way.
No hay otra manera que la manera de Jesús, la única manera.
I turned it off. It's okay. Okay. I understand.
Sí. Voy a hablar más duro, Espero que me escuche ahí. Virginia, ¿me escuchas?
Sí, María, ahí ya te escucho mejor. Gracias.
Ok, dale, gracias.
Okay. Every time you don't speak that voice, it's a demand for specialness.
Cada vez que no hablas esa voz es una exigencia por especialismo.
It's a demand to be in the dream. When you speak the voice, you're speaking out of love, your love itself celebrating.
Es una exigencia, pero cuando estamos hablando del amor, es el amor celebrándose.
Every miracle that you accept is valuing yourself as God made you.
Cada milagro que aceptas es una aceptación de el amor que Dios te hizo.
Every time you say yes to an assignment, you're valuing yourself exactly as God made you.
Cada vez que aceptas una asignación es aceptar el amor como Dios te hizo.
There isn't another way
No hay otra manera.
because of that desire for specialness. So the ego is going to do everything to avoid this deep looking.
Por este deseo de especialismo, el ego va a evitar cualquier mirada.
And that's
Profunda.
all it says. It's just saying specialness and death is more valuable than the love of God.
Eso quiere decir el especialismo y la muerte son más valiosos que Dios.
That's when true humility, it takes a lot of humility to be shown all the places that you think the specialness is valued.
Y tienes que mirar, por eso es tan útil mirar todos los lugares en la mente donde crees que el especialismo es valioso.
It's very humbling.
Es muy humilde.
But that humbling is the way to heaven, to the arms of God.
Pero esa humildad es la humildad que te lleva a los brazos de Dios.
Don't fall for the illusion that you're weak and you can't see everything in your mind. That's just
No.
not true.
No caigas en la creencia de que eres débil, porque eso no es cierto.
That you do not, because what that's saying is, I prefer specialness over miracles.
Porque lo que estás diciendo, yo prefiero especialismo sobre los milagros.
So yes, are upsets going to come up?
Y si van a surgir molestias,
Because you ask to be shown where you're denying, where you want specialness. And upsets is the signal, oh, I'm wanting specialness right now.
porque has pedido que te muestren dónde está el especialismo, y el especialismo, la molestia es especialismo.
Okay, and then the joining, that's the solvent of specialness because you're willing to look and get a miracle for where you wanted to be special rather than holy.
Pero la unión es la voluntad de mirar esto, de donde eres santo.
So it is a really deep trust,
Esto es una profunda confianza.
extremely deep trust
Es una extrema, profunda confianza
with Jesus and with your brother.
con Jesús y con tu hermano.
And you have to stay, if you want the ship to come right side up into heaven,
Y si tú quieres que este barco se voltee directo al cielo,
you have to trust and you have to become part of the team in the collaboration, constant collaboration with Jesus. Show me, Jesus, show me, Jesus, show me.
entonces vas a tener que ser parte del equipo y decirle a Jesús, Jesús, muéstrame, muéstrame, muéstrame.
And there's no way around, I'm asking, there's no way around it. There's going to be some things he's going to ask you to do that the you doesn't want to do because it won't feel special.
Y sí, van a haber cosas que te va a decir que hagas, que tú no vas a querer que hacer, pero porque ahí es donde tú quieres sentirte especial.
Because the ego thinks what it chooses to do will preserve the sense of specialness.
Porque el ego cree que mantenerla es mantener el especialismo.
But if you embrace the assignments and focus on what do I need to see in the miracle, it's going to be a lot easier.
Pero si tú abrazas la asignación y buscas el milagro, va a ser mucho más fácil.
And not to roast yourself like the ego likes to roast itself and tell a story when it's mad rather than saying, no, where do I think I'm special right now?
Y no hacerlo del ego, de rostizarnos y no darnos cuenta que eso es especialismo.
Every single defense, every argument is to protect and defend specialness.
Y can you repeat that, okay?
Every argument is to try to protect specialness.
Cada molestia es un deseo de proteger el especialismo.
Okay, Sandra, you can hear her now?
Sandra, ¿tú puedes escuchar ahora? ¿Me puedes
Está un
escuchar?
poquito bajito, está un poco bajo, María.
Mm,
Okay,
ok,
can
voy
you?
a hablar más duro.
¿Le puedes
Voy a-
subir el volumen, por favor?
No es...
Yes.
Bueno,
So,
ok, dale.
okay, good. If yeah, maybe the microphone close to her mouth is good. Thank you, Maria.
Okay.
Thank you, Sandra. Gracias, Sandra. Okay. So much love. Now, I'm going to say this next here we are talking about sound. This next video is so profound that I'm going to share with you.
Este video que voy a compartir con ustedes es muy profundo.
Let's see. Can I pause live? It probably won't let me. We'll see. Well, we'll have to see what YouTube says about this, but
Vamos a ver qué dice YouTube acerca de esto.
okay, this little video clip is up is down.
Este es un pequeño videoclip donde está invertido.
Okay, and it's from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Y este es de Piratas del Caribe.
So the sound is really low, but it does have auto-translated subtitles.
El sonido es muy bajo, pero tiene subtítulos.
But I'm gonna set it up for you so you're not gonna necessarily need to see those, okay?
Y vamos a organizarlos para ustedes para que no tengan que verlos.
So of course, Jack Sparrow, it's really cool because he has two little voices speaking in his ear.
Y vemos a Jack Sparrow que tiene que escucha dos voces en sus oídos.
And one of them is talking about the infinite Jack Sparrow. It's very cool.
Y uno le está hablando de el infinito.
And he suddenly gets guidance from the spirit that the world is upside down.
Y él escucha una voz del espíritu que le dice que el mundo está invertido.
And so you'll see it, all the mighties are going to suddenly go, oh, what's that? And they're going to get in the trust to turn the ship over.
Y entonces todos van a tener que confiar y voltear el barco.
Just 1 second.
Así que un segundo.
So, of course, there you'll see them work together. It takes a lot of trust, but they started following him.
Y esto requiere mucha confianza para comenzar a seguirlo.
And you'll see it for time. You're going to feel the same way. You're going to feel like a little topsy-turvy. Things are happening.
Sí, turvy, what is that?
Topsy-turvy. Things are kind of mixed up. And
en un principio van a sentir como una turbulencia, como que todo está revuelto.
you don't know what's happening.
Y tú no sabes qué está pasando.
But you're going to see the world if you stay with it and trust, and they're all in such a great level of trust.
Pero requiere mucha confianza.
The light will shine.
La luz pero con esto la luz va a brillar.
But even with this, you'll see for some of them, the ego's going to get involved and try to anticipate, oh, we've got this covered.
Y el ego también va a tratar de anticipar esto y decir, esto ya está cubierto.
So you can see how well that works.
Y miremos qué tan bueno,
see if I can
esto,
find it.
cuánto esto funciona.
So it might take a moment to get this set up. Let's see if it'll play.
Va a tomar un minuto para
Uh-oh.
organizarlo.
Up is down. That's just maddeningly unhelpful. Why are these things never clear? Clear as mud, Jackie. What? Hey? Stab the heart. Stab the heart.
Can I have to pause? Can you guys see it? I'm having a little bit of technical going on here. I
Que si
lost
lo
my mouse.
pueden ver.
Can you see it? Can you see the video? I lost my mouse. I have like no mouse,
Perdió el ratón.
so I can't see. Wait, let me see. Let me see if I can get it. There we go. Okay, you should be able to see this. Good. Okay, here we go.
Must have a captain. Well, that's even more than less than unhelpful. Sail the seas for eternity. Love the sea. What about port? I'm for rum. Rum's good. Making port. Where we can get rum and salty wenches. Once every 10 years. What do you say? Once every 10 years. 10 years is a long time, mate. Even longer given the deficit of rum. What eternity is longer still. And how will you be spending it? Dead? Or not? The immortal Captain Sparrow. Why not that? Come sunset, it won't matter. What sunset?
Okay, the sound is too loud, too.
I know, I'm telling you, it's a problem. I can't do much about it right at the moment.
Bueno, sí, está diciendo que tiene un
It's-
problema con
there's-
el sonido y que no puede hacer mucho por el momento.
Yeah, we're having some, I don't have a mouse right now.
Él no tiene
So
mouse.
it's very hard to control sound without the mouse.
Es
I
muy
can't
difícil controlar
control
el-
anything right now. No mouse.
No puede controlar nada, no hay
Okay,
mouse.
so just you'll have to turn your sound up to try and get it because I can't change anything. Let me see. Let me see if I can get this. No. Oh my gosh, I hope you got some of that. I have, oh, and the mouse came back. That's good.
Bueno, el ratón volvió. Espero que hayan ustedes podido coger algo de esto.
Oh my goodness. Well, the parrot made it okay.
El pajarraco esto lo hizo muy bien.
But it's going to be a little bumpy, but you got to hang on to your mighty companions.
Y sí, va a haber un poco de turbulencia, pero ustedes tienen que agarrarse de sus compañeros poderosos.
That is such a great, you have to stay with your assignment. Stay focused on that.
Y tú tienes que mantenerte en tu asignación, mantenerte enfocada en la asignación.
Somebody's probably going, "Oh my gosh, well, yeah, having a cannon fall on you probably isn't the best advertisement."
Having a what? Okay.
A cannon fall on you, like the cannon fell on that guy.
Ay, sí, como vamos a sentir que nos está cayendo un cañón encima.
No matter what happens around you, you stay focused on the miracle.
No importa lo que esté pasando alrededor, tú mantente enfocado en el milagro.
Jesus, did anybody really die in the making of this movie in my mind?
Jesús, ¿en verdad alguien muere en esta película que yo he estado haciendo en mi mente?
No,
No,
no. Nobody dies.
nadie muere.
So, Jesus, here's the big question for today.
He aquí la pregunta para hoy.
Am I willing to see that I choose specialness over the love of God and I like it?
Jesús, estoy dispuesto a ver que elijo el especialismo por encima de Dios y que me gusta.
And what we don't see is how brutal this is to every single being around you.
Pero no nos damos cuenta lo brutal que es esto para cada ser que está alrededor tuyo.
Which isn't interesting to say because there's no one really around you.
Porque aunque es interesante decir, porque realmente no hay nadie alrededor tuyo.
But what that means is that you're seeing your brother and you're putting conditions on love for your brother.
Y lo que quiere decir es que estás poniendo condiciones al amor de tu hermano.
And it's a symbol of you being brutal to yourself.
Y es un símbolo de ser brutal contigo mismo.
So specialness is, and you can see in the chapter and the quote that I put out there, specialness is the substitute for love.
Y ustedes lo pueden ver, que lo puse en la cita de la invitación, donde dice, el especialismo es el sustituto del amor.
Love is, well, he says here in a course, love is extension.
Y aquí él dice en el curso, el amor es extensión.
But we're so used to like some kind of horizontal extension, but love is like it's like a celebration. It just celebrates itself. That's all it does.
Y pensamos que el amor es horizontal, pero es vertical, es como una celebración de todo lo que es.
It's not, that's an idea in the mind that it can seek something horizontal through somebody else. Somebody's going to give me love, or I got to give love to somebody else.
Porque hay una creencia en el amor horizontal, que tengo que darle amor a alguien y alguien me tiene que dar amor.
I feel special when I make them feel special.
Yo me siento especial cuando lo hago sentir especial a él.
It's so invaluable to talk to Jesus about this so he can show you that it's a war against yourself. Specialness is you're warring against yourself.
Y tienes que ver esto con Jesús porque el especialismo es una guerra contra ti mismo.
And then the ego makes it seem like I'm fighting all those people out there that won't make me feel special.
Y el ego va a hacerte pensar que estás peleando con unas personas allá afuera que no te hacen especial.
Every shred of rage is over the desire to feel special.
Cada pizca de rabia es un deseo de ser especial.
So that's why the ego doesn't follow Jesus. It wants to feel special. It wants to deny itself love, the substitute love.
Y por eso es que el ego no quiere seguir a Jesús, porque él es la negación, el sustituto del amor.
All you can do really is follow and take one miracle at a time. When you're upset, get a miracle. Upset, get a miracle.
Y todo lo que tú tienes es que seguirlo. Y cuando tengas una molestia, obtener tu milagro. Una molestia, un milagro.
The only delay to a miracle not being instantaneous is the desire to keep specialness.
Y el hecho de que el milagro no sea instantáneo es el deseo de mantener el especialismo.
This is the third paragraph in that first part of specialness. All that is ever cherished is a hidden belief to be defended through, though unrecognized.
La única creencia que se mantiene celosamente oculta y se defiende aunque no se reconoce es la... Ok, go ahead.
Yeah, it's faith in specialness.
Es la fe en el especialismo.
So instead of putting faith in God, faith in ourselves, we're putting faith in that someone out there is going to treat me special and meet my needs for love.
Y preferimos el especialismo de que alguien allá afuera me va a tratar especial que el especialismo de Dios.
And that's why holy relationships are the complete collapse of that, if you accept them.
Y por eso es que las relaciones santas, si tú las aceptas, es el colapso de esto.
So the ones that really want the fast way out,
Para aquellos que quieren una salida en verdad de
They-
esto,
the only ticket they will buy is the ticket to be with the mighty companions they're given by Jesus to undo specialness.
va a ser el tiquete de estar con los compañeros poderosos que te da Jesús para deshacer el especialismo.
So the only one you can attack is yourself. That's it.
Porque el
There's no one
único-
out there to attack.
Porque el único que te ataque es a ti mismo. No hay nadie allá afuera que estés atacando.
But the course students do everything they can to fight and avoid being with the mighty companions that do not treat them special.
Pero los estudiantes del curso van a pelear para evadir estar con los compañeros que no te tratan de manera especial.
And that's why most beings do not want to talk to Jesus directly, because he will never treat you special. He'll always treat you like you're the powerful, infinite being that you are.
Y por eso es que muchos seres no quieren hablar con Jesús, porque Jesús no los trata de manera especial. Solo los
Okay,
trata
because-
como los seres divinos que eres.
So, because specialness is the demand to be weak and powerless.
Porque el especialismo es la exigencia de ser débiles y impotentes.
The ego won't like it, but you want to be around those mighty companions that'll always treat you like you're holy and capable of a miracle.
Pero tú te vas a mantener con los compañeros poderosos que te tratan como digno de los milagros.
And that, a lot of times, your mighty's going to have more faith in you than you're going to have in yourself.
Y muchas veces tus compañeros poderosos van a tener más fe en ti que la que tú tienes en ti mismo.
The purpose of the course is not to have friends.
El propósito del curso no es hacer amigos.
The purpose of the course is to be with those who will never treat you special.
El propósito del curso es mantenerte con aquellos que no te tratan de manera especial.
Because that's the fastest way to find out how truly powerful you are to accept miracles.
Porque esa es la manera más rápida de aceptar milagros.
If you want God and his kingdom,
Si tú quieres a Dios y su reino.
but every argument, every upset, there isn't an upset that occurs without some specialness at play.
Y cada molestia, cada incomodidad no puede surgir si no hay algo de especialismo ahí.
There isn't turning down guidance without specialness in play.
No, no estamos dejando la guía, sino está involucrado el especialismo ahí.
And specialness is always the choice.
Y el especialismo siempre es la elección,
It's always the choice.
siempre es la elección.
Okay, it's going to always be the choice for the Grim Reaper.
Esa siempre va a ser la elección por el gran,
Hello. That's what you're choosing. Every time you don't follow, you don't speak the voice, you don't hear the voice. You're choosing death and being special.
Cada vez que tú no sigues y no escuchas, es la elección por la muerte. Y es el
And it's
especialismo.
when you're in the middle of it, you need your mighties to support you too and fight you to the miracle and keep in fight. Get your miracle, get your miracle.
Y cuando tú estás en medio de esto, tus compañeros te van a acompañar y decir, obtén tu milagro, obtén tu milagro.
Because the play is to be constantly in the world of specialness and trying to hunt for love and when's it going to get it and who's screwing me over and who's giving it to me. It's in that story all the time.
Porque esta historia es el cuento de quién me va a dar amor, quién, siempre como esta búsqueda.
What's the private thought? I want specialness every time you open your mouth and you're not speaking from the one who knows.
Cada vez que hablas no hablas desde la voz que sabe, estás diciendo, quiero mantener el especialismo.
The story of not following is going to sound really great, but what's under it is, I want death and specialness.
Y la idea de no seguir suena como grandiosa, pero debajo de eso está la muerte y la idea de especialismo.
And the ego will, you have to be aware of which voice is speaking too. Really get tuned in.
Tú tienes que darte cuenta en verdad cuál es la voz que estás y tienes que alinearte con esta voz.
When the ego is avoiding guidance and wants specialness, it says, Jesus will be with me everywhere I go.
Y cuando el ego está evadiendo la guía, está dice, Jesús va conmigo donde quiera que yo voy.
He's always with you, but the ego will say that to keep specialness.
Sí, obviamente él está contigo donde tú estés, pero eso es el ego manteniendo el especialismo.
The number of times beings will quote A Course in Miracles to keep specialness is legion.
La cantidad de veces que los estudiantes de curso citan el curso para mantener el especialismo son legiones.
Because the ego, I know I'm special because I know what this means.
Y porque el ego dice, yo sé porque yo sé qué quiere decir esto.
No, when you speak in wholeness, in the celebration of all the love of God,
Cuando tú hablas desde la totalidad, desde la celebración de todo lo que es
supreme happiness.
la suprema felicidad.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much.
Gracias, Jesús. Muchas gracias.
You know, and I can see it. I could not see where that's why you have to trust him 100% when you want to do something and he says no when you get mad, it's because you want to keep specialness.
Y las veces que tienes que darte cuenta que cuando estás molesto es el deseo de mantener el especialismo.
And I could see, I just had to trust him 100% because you can't see it. You're in the dream, you can't see where you're choosing for specialness and choosing against God. He's got to tell you.
Porque él te tiene que decir dónde estás eligiendo el especialismo por encima de Dios.
So much love in this. Okay, let's come back to the mighties and see if
Hay
anyone
mucho
has
amor en
any
esto.
questions.
Y miren, y volvamos aquí a los compañeros a ver si alguien tiene una pregunta.
Or any observations around specialness that
¿O
Jesus
alguna
is.
observación acerca del especialismo que Jesús les diga?
You have to bump him. Dog's gonna get bumped. Okay, up, 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 up. Good boy. Got bumped. Okay, let me set up a view. Speaker view and little fella. Just 1 second.
I cannot hear you, Mary. Okay.
Can you hear Mary?
Yes. I mean, I don't know. I don't, can you speak, Mary? No hear you.
Okay, Jesus has been talking to me about my 3 children.
Jesús me ha venido hablando acerca de mis 3 hijos.
And of all the relationships I have, they are the most special.
Y esas son las relaciones que para mí son las más especiales.
And I am kicking and screaming the whole way about looking at this.
Y yo he estado gritando y peleando con esto todo el camino.
So recently, I think it was just yesterday or the day before, I was joining with Kay, and we were looking at my what I think is required from my children to treat me special.
Y creo que ayer o antes de ayer estábamos mirando con qué le estoy pidiendo, cuáles son los requerimientos para mantener este especialismo.
I have to be at the top of the list.
Y tengo que estar en la primera parte de la lista, ser la número 1.
They can't argue with me.
Que no puedan pelear conmigo.
They can't disagree with me.
Que no puedan estar en desacuerdo conmigo.
I have trained them well.
Que sea tratada bien.
Because that's what happens. They don't disagree with me.
Porque eso es lo que pasa. Ellos nunca están en desacuerdo conmigo.
And I don't openly disagree with them. I'll say, well, would you consider looking at it this way? You know, all nicey, nicey.
Y yo nunca tampoco estoy en desacuerdo con ellos. Siempre digo, ay, podrías saber otra forma de mirarlo, como siendo muy querida, muy querida.
So, let's see, Jesus, what do you want me to say next here?
Veamos, Jesús, ¿qué más quieres que diga ahora?
So, well, let's see. What I'm hearing is there's this deep dedication to truth.
Lo que veo es la gran dedicación a la verdad.
And with that deep dedication is a deep dedication to what is truth about my relationship, excuse me, with my children.
Y lo de profundo de esto es mirar cuál es lo profundo de mi relación con mis hijos.
And is it possible for me to be around them, which I will be in about 4 weeks,
Si es posible estar con ellos, cosa que va a pasar como en 4 semanas.
and see this differently,
Y ver esto de manera diferente.
see my relationships with them differently,
Ver mi relación con ellos diferente.
so that neither they nor I
Donde no hay unos ellos y un yo.
have to meet my rules of love.
Que tengan que cumplir mis reglas del amor.
Now, it's so deeply entrenched, I have to do a lot of looking.
Es muy profundo y tengo que hacer una profunda mirada.
A lot of forgiving.
Mucho perdón.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what else to say. You got any questions?
No sé qué más decir. ¿Tienes alguna pregunta?
Well, one thing that's really helpful again to remember is, first of all, you have Jesus with you. So it's having that discipline only to say what he tells you to say.
Una de las cosas que veo aquí es que digas lo que Jesús te diga que debes decir.
And he may tell you some things that you don't want to say.
Y quizá Él te vaya a decir cosas que tú no vas a querer decir.
But you really have to trust him. It's most helpful for healing everyone.
Pero tú tienes que confiar en Él y ver que eso es lo más útil para la sanación de cada uno.
It's accepting divine power and not using the excuse of specialness over your divinity.
Es utilizar tu poder divino para escoger el especialista. Can you repeat the last part, Kay?
It's not accepting specialness over divinity.
es no aceptar el especialismo sobre la divinidad.
You know, I've told this story before where I was visiting my mother.
Yo he contado esta historia anteriormente cuando estaba visitando a mi madre.
You know, and everybody's going to the St. Patrick Day parade.
Y ellos todos iban al San Patrick, el día de la prédica de San Patrick.
And I heard immediately, as soon as she said it, I'm going to have to tell her that it's not in guidance for me to go.
Y yo escuché que no estaba en guía para mí ir. Y tenía
But
que decirle a ella.
You guys can all hear Jesus now on that topic. Ask him, was it in guidance for Kay to tell her mother? Was that most helpful to tell her mother it wasn't in guidance for her to go to the St. Patrick's Day?
Entonces, como todos podemos escuchar a Jesús, pregunten si estuvo en guía para Kay haberle dicho a su madre que no estaba en guía ir al día de San Patrick.
Yes or no?
¿Sí o no?
See? Now, let's all ask Jesus. So, Jesus, was Kay's mother really happy about this?
Y preguntémosle a Jesús, Jesús, la mamá de Kay estaba muy feliz acerca de eso.
But there are going to be times you're going to need to stand into. You're either going to be true or you're going to be true.
Y sí, va a haber momentos donde te vas a tener que mantener y mantenerte en la verdad.
You know, and there's no, you know, I'm not doing it for any reason to go against someone or anything. I knew that it served the whole. In fact, it wasn't in guidance for any of them to go to my brother's house for that parade, St. Patrick's Day parade.
Y sí, incluso para ninguno de mis hermanos estaba en guía que fueran a esa parada de San Patrick en la casa de mi hermano.
So I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to truly, you do not know what service is. I do not know what service is without him.
Y tenemos que darnos cuenta que nosotros no sabemos qué es el servicio sin Jesús, no lo podemos saber.
But you all can talk to him. So you ask him, was Kay in service to the whole when she told she did not go?
Y preguntemos, ¿estuvo Kay en servicio del todo cuando les dijo que no iba?
And would it have been specialness for me to go?
Y hubiese sido mantener el especialismo si les digo que voy.
It's deep. It's really deep.
Es muy profundo, muy profundo.
But it's also a demonstration, since you can hear him, that the guidance is for the whole. Everyone's going to hear it.
Y tienen que darse cuenta que la guía es para todos. Todos pueden escucharla.
Unless you want to be special, and then you won't hear it.
A menos de que tú quieras ser especial y no la quieras escuchar.
If there's some part of the mind that's trying to keep specialness, that's what blocks the voice.
Y porque tratar de mantener el especialismo es bloquear la voz.
Or it'll play the game, okay, I can hear the voice, but I'm not going to trust it. I'm not going to follow it. That's another way of being special.
Otra forma de especial es decir, no confío en la voz.
What's coming up for me is how much my personal identity is tied up in how my children see me and how they treat me and how others treat me, all special relationships.
Y una parte que veo también es que como me gusta que me traten y todo el especialismo que hay con mis hijos.
So if I say, well, no, I'm not going to a family gathering because that's not the guidance, it's as if I start to disappear. You know, the Mary, she knows herself, just starts to disappear. And
como si ella dijera, no voy a ir a esta reunión, es como si Mary comenzara a desaparecer.
And it feels very threatening. It feels very threatening of who I know myself to be.
Siente muy amenazador esto.
Okay, so what's threatened?
It's my idea of who I think I am.
What specific, what part of the mind is threatened? What does experience is what desired experiences under all that?
¿Qué experiencia deseada hay debajo de eso, de sentirse amenazado?
What I'm hearing is this desire to feel like I have to appease or go along with in order to maintain peace or love.
Que tiene que hacer cosas para en el orden de mantener la paz y el amor.
Okay, so try this on with them. Is it the desire for control? Somehow I get control.
Oh, yes.
Miremos ahí si hay un deseo de control. Sí, por debajo de eso hay control.
Yeah, definitely.
Sí, definitivamente.
Mhm.
But you can see how powerful, how unsparing this is. You just work with Jesus. Okay, I relish control there. All right, goody. All right, I'm getting a miracle.
Y ven lo fácil que es, simplemente, ok, tengo el deseo de control, bueno, dame mi milagro.
You ask Jesus whether or not that doing that with my mother was the most valuable thing for our relationship. It almost makes me cry now. Actually, ask. You guys ask him.
Pregúntenle si haber hecho eso con mi madre fue lo más útil. Realmente me hace sentir que ganas de llorar en estos momentos.
When you're in service, it's not like everybody's going to be thanking you for it.
Cuando tú estás en servicio, no vas a encontrar que todo el mundo te quiera agradecer por ello.
Because the ego wants specialness. So you're walking in a world given, and no one, you're not handing out specialness treats to, you just, so but you're happy.
Porque tú vas por el mundo sin tener este acuerdo del especialismo y eres feliz.
Because you treat everyone like the divine being they are with all the power to accept a miracle.
Porque tú tratas a todos como el ser poderoso que simplemente puede obtener milagros.
And not treating them like they're less. Don't you see the specialness play as treating like someone that they're less than they are?
Porque vemos que el especialismo es tratar de la gente como menos de lo que es.
It's so unholy, actually. You ask them, so you can just really feel the yuck factor in that, because the ego just goes,
Hay los de idea que can you
You
repeat that?
ask Jesus, you can ask Jesus to show you how really yucky it is to treat someone special.
Tú puedes preguntarle a Jesús qué complejo es tratar a alguien de manera especial
And to treat them less than holy.
y tratarlos como menos que santos.
What I'm hearing right now is there's a certain recognition that that is false, and if I can't depend on, since it's false, then I can't depend on anything. If I'm being false, they're being false. Everything's false. So there's like no comfort, no peace.
Es como el reconocimiento de que todo esto es falso y que no puedo haber ahí paz.
Well, and we're trying to, fill a bottomless pit.
What is
It's a
that?
bottomless pit. A bottomless pit. A bottomless pit, pit. Bottomless pit. No, homeless pit. It is a bottomless pit.
¿Es un pozo sin fondo?
Es
know?
es un pozo sin fondo.
It's just you keep throwing things in. They say like a boat is a hole in the water where you throw money.
Sí, esto es como un hueco donde tú lanzas dinero, un hueco sin fondo.
You can throw as much specialness in. Everyone can throw all the specialness in, but you'll never feel holy.
Porque tú lanzas y lanzas ahí especialismo, pero nunca te sientes completo, santo.
You'll experience pleasure from that, but you'll never feel happiness.
Tú te sientes, puedes obtener placer de ello, pero nunca te sientes feliz.
It's so brutal. It's so, so brutal.
Es muy, muy brutal esto.
And here's the deal. This is what the ego does. Kindness in the ego is specialness. Be kind. It's
Por eso el ego de sea amable, eso es como ser especial.
Well, be kind to your brother. It's
Sé amable con
specialness.
tu hermano, eso es especialismo.
Now, most beings in this planet, not part of the course, had heard me say what I told my mother we say, that is so unkind.
Para muchos estudiantes del curso, decirle lo que yo le dije a mi madre, eso sería no ser muy amable.
And before Jesus, I would have said the same thing. That's unkind to tell my mother that, or my whole family.
Y antes de Jesús, yo también hubiese pensado lo mismo. Eso no es muy amoroso, muy amable decir
But-
esta clase de cosas a mi familia.
But you guys can hear Jesus, so you ask him right now, was that the greatest kindness to say it
Eh,
wasn't guidance, to go to the St. Patrick parade?
Entonces, preguntemos si eso fue lo más amable de haber dicho que no iba a la parada de San Patrick.
So we don't even know what kindness is. It's brutality wrapped in an idea that the ego has of specialness.
Ni siquiera sabemos qué es la amabilidad, porque eso es el ego pegándose al especialismo.
This, and the ego will go, well, I don't want somebody to come and beat me up. There's no one beating you up. That's a play too. A victimizer, victimizer.
Sí, porque luego va a decir alguien va a venir y como pegarme a mí. Entonces, ese es el juego de víctima y victimario del ego.
But it's really only to point out how much we really need to tell him to tell us what true service to the whole looks like.
Por eso es que necesitamos decirle a él que nos diga qué es el verdadero servicio, cómo es el verdadero servicio.
And it will never ever happen through treating someone like they're special.
Y nunca va a ser tratando a alguien de manera especial.
It seems especially around family and roles like that, where there's so many expectations and beliefs about what love is and what we're supposed to do for each other or with each other to show love.
Y está este tema del especialismo en las familias, de cómo debe ser demostrado el amor o cómo se debe ser recibido este amor.
This is why it can be so incredibly helpful to follow Jesus if he has you step away from the family figures so you can see it. Otherwise, you're too steeped in it, you won't see it.
Por eso es que es tan útil preguntarle a Jesús si tienes que mantenerte alejado de tu familia.
And she's seeing it because she's willing to take a very deep examination of this. And this is what the ego does not want to see.
Y ella lo está mirando porque está haciendo un profundo un examen, porque el ego no quiere ver esto.
But the only thing you're going to discover is happiness and divine power. That's it.
Y eso es lo único que vas a obtener, felicidad y poder divino.
But
Eso
you,
es
you
todo.
don't have to even, you do one thing. Jesus, I have a twitch, help me. Get a miracle.
Y lo único que tienes que hacer es, Jesús, tengo una molestia, ayúdame, dame un milagro.
And follow. And if you do those two things, he's going to get you out of this specialness kerfuffle we created for ourselves.
Y seguirlo, porque estas dos cosas nos van a llevar a salir de todo este alboroto del especialismo.
But it is absolutely essential that you stand in and be willing to turn in and look at every place you're playing special. You have to if you want God.
Pero entonces tú te tienes que mirar para ver dónde estás manteniendo el especialismo si quieres a Dios.
And you can ask Jesus. It's very difficult to do in the typical family relationships.
Y puedes preguntarle a Jesús, ¿es muy difícil de hacer esto en las relaciones típicas de familia?
Why?
¿Por qué?
because they're designed to deny God and be God's substitutes. They're structured for specialness.
Porque ellos son un sustituto de Dios y es tu forma de tratarlos especialmente.
But again, I mean, I'm still. He sent me just not long ago to see my mom. You know, I'm going to get sent again. You know, but it's so pure.
Y sí, quizá él, por ejemplo, él me mandó a ver a mi madre y quizá nuevamente me vuelva a enviar, pero es
So
este
this-
amor tan puro.
So this is so hilarious. So I'm joining with my younger sister, and I'm asking her about some technical things. Okay.
Y bueno, ella está, se unió con su hermana menor y le estaban preguntando acerca de unas cosas técnicas.
And all I could think of, I mean, I just felt so much love for her. It's like, oh my God, I said, Teresa, I just love you so much. You're just so adorable like that.
Y yo que sentía ese amor tan profundo y le decía, te amo, Teresa.
Oh, she was so mad at me. She says, they're not taking me seriously.
Y ella estaba muy molesta y me dijo, no, no me estás tomando en serio.
Oh my God, I'm taking you holy.
Yo te estoy tomando, oh Dios santo, yo te estoy tomando como santa.
It was like the light was so bright. I needed shades when I saw her.
Eh.
You know, all your relationships like that can be purified.
Y entonces todas estas relaciones pueden ser purificadas.
But you can't judge, you know, what the response is going to be. You're just happy and you're just following and you're happy and that's it. Ta-da, you're done.
Pero tú no vas a saber que simplemente vas a escuchar y vas a seguir y eso es todo.
So thank you, Mary, for the deep looking. Anything else? Jesus is telling you?
Gracias, Mary, por esta profunda mirada. ¿Algo más que te está diciendo Jesús?
Well, what I'm hearing right now is that my children are not as weak as I thought they were.
Lo que estoy escuchando ahora mismo es que mis hijos no son débiles como yo pensé que eran.
And I didn't realize I thought they were weak, but that's the way I've been treating them.
Y yo no me daba cuenta que yo los estaba viendo como débiles y era la forma como yo los estaba tratando.
As a way to make them dependent on me.
Haciéndolos dependientes de mí.
So, yeah, and as I've grown and I've been willing to let go of certain patterns, they've just been 100% behind me.
Y cuando he trabajado estos patrones, todo esto ha quedado atrás.
Yeah, without going into story, that's
Yeah, it's
it.
good. No, it's all helpful. Very helpful. So willing to look at everything. Perfect for tonight.
Muy
So-
útil y muy perfecto para esta noche.
It takes a lot of courage, this looking. You're so worth it. You're so worth it.
Requiere mucho coraje mirar esto y tú eres muy digna, muy digna.
Thank you, Mary. ¿Algo más? Anything else? Anyone else have any questions or about specialness?
¿Alguien más tiene preguntas acerca del especialismo?
The greatest gift you can give yourself is not to stay in special relationships that are not given by Jesus. That's the greatest gift.
El mejor regalo que te puedes hacer a ti mismo es no mantenerte en relaciones especiales que no hayan sido dadas por Jesús.
And then to be with beings that don't treat you special so that you can unwind from specialness.
y mantenerte en relaciones donde donde se deshace el especialismo.
You want to be free of specialness. It's hell.
Tú quieres ser libre del especialismo porque eso es el infierno.
Thank you, Jesus.
Gracias, Jesús.
Thank you all for jumping on board specialness.
Gracias a todos por estar en esto del especialismo.
Love you.
Los
Would it be
amamos.
all right to ask a question?
Okay.
I'm just wondering if there's any relationships that anything I need to look at about that, like if there's any relationships I'm using or keeping. And then I
Él
guess I
quiere
would
ver,
join with someone about it.
Okay.
me está preguntando si hay alguna relación donde está manteniendo especialismo o si debe unirse para mirar. ¿Qué
So what do you
relaciones?
hear? What do you hear about where you are now? Is that a special relationship?
¿Qué escuchas de dónde estás ahora? ¿Esa es una relación especial?
Yes. Yeah.
Sí.
So then you can just look at that. You can, you know,
Mhm.
you and Lena have been joining.
Mhm.
Join and
Así
look
que
at.
puedes mirar eso porque tú y Lina se han estado uniendo.
But the only way to see it is to be in honesty of God about it.
Y la única manera de verlo es en la honestidad de Dios.
Well, I wouldn't be here if I had been following and speaking the voice like I was guided to.
I don't understand. Can you repeat that?
She said she wouldn't. She said she wouldn't be where she is right now if she was following guidance and speaking the voice.
Que ella no estaría donde está ahora si hubiese estado siguiendo y escuchando la guía.
That's true.
Eso es
I
cierto.
heard yes.
Yeah. It seems like he showed me, like I've heard yes to almost everything you've said about specialness.
Y parece que yo escuché sí acerca de todo lo que dijiste con relación al especialismo.
But it's like he'll tell me and then I'll just ignore it or disregard it. I don't really take it
Sí, es
like
como que yo lo recibo y lo ignoro. Es como que no lo quiero tomar completamente.
all the way. Like it's
No lo quiero tomar todo el camino, ir todo el camino.
So what? It's just a different decision. What decision do you want to make?
Simplemente es una decisión diferente. ¿Cuál decisión quieres tomar?
I seem to have this contrast of what's offered
So
by
just lay that
yeah.
aside
Okay.
and go to the question for yourself, for the gift to yourself. What decision do you want to make about this?
Deja todo eso de lado y pregunta, ¿cuál es la decisión que vas a tomar?
What belief
Well-
makes it acceptable?
¿Cuál creencia hace que sea esto aceptable?
I hear that I think I'm nothing or something like that.
No, it's
escucho-
pleasure.
Oh,
Yo sí escucho que creo que no soy nada, pero Kate dice, what do you hear?
Well, it's
Kate?
usurping the power of God is what I hear. I
Lo
like
que-
usurp.
Lo que ella escucha es que ella está usurpando el poder de Dios. Quiere.
yes.
Because this is a good example of how we want to go sideways and the ego will go, well, I'm not there yet and I'm not quite deciding yet. But it really is. We have to have enough and just say, I'm not going to tolerate this in my mind. We're powerful, infinite.
Tenemos que llegar al punto donde nos damos cuenta que somos poderosos seres y decir no voy a tolerar más esto.
It really is getting to the point of just saying no, you know, that's it.
Y es
That's all
llegar
it
al
is. It's a
punto
decision.
donde decimos
Yeah.
no, es una decisión.
Yeah. And just like, no matter what, I'm just going to hear that voice. I mean, I hear that voice. It's just speaking it that I don't. And then admitting when I don't want to, or when I'm not doing it, it's like,
Sí,
Well,
es
what
que
belief-
yo la escucho esta voz, pero algunas veces no quiero hablarla y tengo que admitir cuando pasa eso.
So what belief makes it okay not to speak the voice?
¿Cuál creencia hace que esté bien no hablar su voz?
I just hear that I think I'm better off not doing it. I'm better off.
Yo siento que creo que soy mejor al no.
Like I can find a way.
hacer- Como que yo puedo
Somehow.
encontrar el camino.
But I can see that that's not true.
Pero puedo darme cuenta que eso no es cierto.
I want to be in communion with God.
Yo quiero estar en comunión con Dios.
Like so yeah, I want to okay.
Well, what I hear is you still believe that humility is loss.
Mm,
Yo escucho que para ti la humildad es pérdida.
yeah.
So you just have to spend some time with Jesus. You know,
Mhm.
it really is. I can't overemphasize it enough. You know, we're so powerful. Oh my God, we've been given everything, everything. And so you know, at some point we have to see and decide that we're powerful enough not accept these things and just go, no, I'm not accepting this for myself. And
Tenemos que
honor
llegar al
yourself at the
punto-
highest level.
Tenemos que llegar al punto donde nos damos cuenta de que somos poderosos y que no vamos a tolerar esto.
And it feels like an opportunity for a miracle.
Se siente como una oportunidad para un milagro.
Like I can just look at this
Simplemente puedo mirar esto
and decide now.
y decidir ahora.
Really, just yeah. I mean, I'm being shown willingness, like
Me ha sido mostrada la voluntad.
it's just
Part of specialness is wanting salvation to come outside of us.
oh yeah.
Parte del especialismo es creer que la salvación viene de fuera de nosotros.
And wanting, you know, not to just be definitive. You know, it's so important. It's so important to be definitive and say no to these things. I can't overemphasize that.
Y no querer ser como decidido y no puedo sobreenfatizar con relación a esto.
So when
Okay.
when do we
Right.
decide to start saying no? I'm not going to tolerate this in my mind.
Cuando llega el punto donde dices, no voy a tolerar esto en mi mente.
Now.
Ahora,
Mm, Yeah, I can see the thing about humility is lost. I probably need to look at that some more.
Probablemente necesito mirar más debajo de la creencia de que el amor, esto es pérdida.
See, if we're humble, we can't be special.
A través de que la humildad es
Mm.
especialismo.
But you can be ridiculously happy.
Pero tú vas a poder ser ridículamente feliz.
I would say you're one that for certain you're happy. Like you are a demonstration of supreme happiness. So,
Puedes ser supremamente feliz como tú.
and I know you and I love you.
Y yo te conozco y te amo.
We love you too, Renee.
Te amamos también, René.
But remember, that divine power is shared, you know?
Recuerden que este poder divino es compartido.
Because yes, it can be helpful to have a symbol in your mind that seems to, you know, okay, it seems like, oh, they're happy. But I mean, because it is helpful, you know, because for the beings, I'm so grateful for like Muji and the one that you can do this, go, 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 you know, and they cheer us on and they're the model, but they always know that you have the power. You got the power.
Es útil.
Everyone does.
Es útil tener estos símbolos en la mente, de ver que hay personas felices, como para mí fue Muji, que me animaba, porque tú tienes el poder y porque ellos saben que tú tienes el poder.
So the only way that, you know, they're always going to be the symbol of reminding you, you got it, so just say yes. And stop saying no.
Sí, estos son el símbolo que dice, tú lo puedes lograr.
Well, thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Renee, for willing to look.
Gracias, René, por tu disposición a
It's
ver.
going to be horrible discovering all the happiness under this. Really.
Va a ser
No, but
horrible ver, encontrar toda la felicidad que hay debajo de esto.
it's exactly like the course. I can't think of another playbook that's got every line that's in our favor. It tells you, look at this, do that. And then you see, I have the power to say no to this, and I'm going to say no. And you got to really mean it.
Ver cómo el curso, todo esto es totalmente poderoso y decir las cosas realmente, decirlas de corazón, que tengan ese significado.
And call on the name of Lord Jesus Christ. I've done it, you know, in the name of Lord Jesus Christ, I do not accept this headache.
En el nombre de Jesús, en nombre de Jesucristo no voy a aceptar esto.
Until you see your mind's powerful enough, and then, you know, whatever happens, like I cut my hand or something, I'm not feeling that. Jesus, do I need to feel that? You ask him, did I need to feel it?
Sí, por ejemplo,
No.
te das cuenta que, por ejemplo, que yo me corté la
No.
mano aquí y tú tienes que sentir esto, Jesús. No, no tienes por qué sentirlo.
Let's go.
Nope.
You can ask,
Yeah.
y'all ask them, did Kay need to, no, you know, and then you just, but
Pregúntele usted, ¿qué necesita sentir eso?
but don't dink around with it, because this is what the ego is going to do. It's going to go, okay, I have a little bit more to go.
Sí, y no estén tonteando por ahí, porque el ego dice, no, tengo algo más que
Yeah.
hacer.
You're almost there. See, you just creep a little bit more. You're almost there. That's how the ego plays. That's how.
Ya casi lo obtienes. Eso es lo que el ego te
No.
dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus in the desert. Decisiveness is now.
Jesús en el desierto, su decisión es ahora.
The decision is now. I will not tolerate this no matter what it. I am not tolerating it. It's helpful.
No voy a tolerar esto.
Look.
Ese es el punto.
Because it will, your subconscious mind is going to throw at everything. Man, I'm asking Jesus, all right, to talk
Porque el
about
juego
this.
de la conciencia te va a lanzar todo.
I
Pero
mean,
estoy
because I was
preguntándole a
like
Jesús, ¿puedo hablar esto?
sick as a dog, but I just said, I am not. I was so sick. I was throwing up. I was sick as a. I am not going to tolerate this, and I'm going to
Sí,
work with
porque
Jesus. So not there.
yo decía, estoy enferma ya de esto, me estoy cansada de esto, no voy a tolerarlo.
And it's going to take that. That's what I realized. It took me just going, I am not, I am going to get a miracle on this. You know, I had to just like insist, I'm not going to put up with my own stuff.
Simplemente era, no voy a tolerar esto y mantenerme en ello.
But that's why that relationship is so important. It's so
Por eso
important
es que las relaciones son tan importantes.
with him and your partner.
Con él.
You've got the best partner.
Porque él va a ser tu mejor amigo.
So take your position and sing like with the angels.
Así que asume tu posición y
All right.
canta como los
All
ángeles.
right. How about we
Okay.
all step forward
Yay.
and say no and sing with the angels? All right, let's do it.
Mantente y canta como los ángeles en tu posición. Mantente en tu posición.
Mm.
Yeah, don't play. Just, yeah. Say yes. I will not play weak anymore. I have the power to get every miracle. They're all mine. I'm getting every darn one of them that I can.
No voy a jugar más el juego de la debilidad, voy a aceptar los milagros que más pueda.
I refuse to play the I don't want miracles game anymore.
Voy a rehusarme a jugar el juego de no quiero milagros más.
Oh gosh.
I could open any book, any page in here and see how specialness plays.
Y puedo abrir este libro en cualquier página y ver cómo es el juego del especialismo.
And there is nothing worse on this planet than a teacher of God in specialness.
Y no hay más especialismo que ser un profesor de un curso de milagros.
Yeah.
Because there's so much arrogance. There's so much arrogance.
Porque hay
In-
mucha arrogancia.
And there's no way to be a teacher of God if you have arrogance. You're not a teacher of God.
Y no puedes ser un profesor de un curso de milagros si hay arrogancia.
You want to be you want to be God on two shoes.
Tú vas a querer ser Dios en dos
The
pies.
teacher of God, like
en dos zapatos.
there's air with 2 feet and just love fountain, and that's it.
Es como una fuente en dos pies. Una fuente.
Lay all the defenses. These are all defenses. They're little swords that we're poking our eyes out with them.
Son pequeñas, son defensas que estamos, con las que nos estamos sacando los ojos.
Jesus, do I use specialness to poke my eyes out with? Do I like doing that?
Jesús, estoy usando el especialismo para jugarme los ojos, para sacármelos.
Say it again, Maria.
Yes.
Estoy usando el especialismo para sacarme los ojos, Jesús.
Look, we can all hear it, so.
Escuchen, todos podemos escuchar.
But there's no difference among us. There is not a difference. The only difference is a yes, a definitive no to the ego. That's it.
Es definitivamente decirle no al ego.
And then that's an illusion. But within the dream, you still got to say that no. You still got to say
Y
the no.
sí, sabemos que es una ilusión, pero en el sueño tenemos que decirle no.
Well, let me just wait a few days just a few more. No, I'm getting my miracle today. I am not doing anything other than get that miracle right now.
Okay,
Sí,
get that miracle
espera,
right now.
espérame, espera, obtén unos 2 días más, pero no, es obtén tu milagro ahora mismo.
Not another day, not another minute, not another hour, not another second without a miracle. That's how miracle minded you need to be.
No un otro día, no otra hora, no otro minuto, es el milagro ahora. Así tiene que llegar a la mentalidad milagrosa.
Gracias, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you,
love you.
Jesus.
Love you, Renee. Love you,
Thank you.
everyone. Thank you all for your devotion.
Gracias a todos por su devoción.
It's so holy to have all of you so devoted to God with us.
Muy santo tenerlos a todos ustedes. Mucha devoción a Dios.
So holy. All right, here we go.
Muy
Let's
santos.
sing them out, Jesus.
Canten todos.